Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Uwais and then you're watching Hashtags. In this video, we'll be creating our very first React application. We'll be setting up our environment and create our very first React.js application. I hope you guys are excited too, so let me not waste your time and start the tutorial. In order to run React.js application, we must need Node. If you haven't installed Node, just go to the official website of Node and install the Node. If you want to check if Node is installed on your computer or not, you can open the terminal and put the following command there, like node space dash dash version. It will show you the version number if it is installed. If it isn't, you'll need to install it. And if you want to check the version of npm, you can just put npm space dash dash version, and it should bring the version number of npm. Npm is a node package manager. First install a node, and then we'll be creating our React app. And you can go to the node's official website and download the node from there. You can download the node for Windows, Mac, or whatever platform you want. You should be able to see the React.js documentation on your screen. You can use it for further guidance while learning React.js. We'll need to use that command npx create React app my app in order to create our very first React app. Here, my app is the name of your application that you're working on. So let's create it and run it first. I will open my terminal and put that command here, and the project is being created. Let's wait for it to be completed, and then we can navigate into that folder and start the project. Now it's completed. We can navigate into the folder by using the cd and project folder name. Now we are inside that folder. If we put dir command, it should list all of the folders and the files in that projects folder. We can also go to the Windows File Manager and check all the files. Now let's start the application by typing npm start into your terminal. It should start the project, and you guys can say it's working fine now. I think now you can create your very first React application. Now let's talk about the folder structure of your React.js app. Let's start with package.json. It contains all of the details about the dependencies and the scripts for the project. Under the dependencies key value pair, it lists all of the dependencies being used by the project, and whenever you install any dependency or any package, it is also listed under the dependencies key value pair, and it also helps you regenerate the node modules folder. And now let's discuss the node modules folder. It has all of the dependencies that you install from package.json file, or whenever you install a new dependency, it is installed in that node modules folder. Even if you delete the node modules folder, you can still regenerate it by running the command npmi, and it should install all of the dependencies by reading your package.json file and install all of the dependencies and regenerate the node modules folder. Now let's talk about the public folder. It has a fav icon. You might have noticed that whenever you open a web browser or a web page, there is a small icon on the left side, and it is called fav icon. You can just replace that one and add yours. And then we have index.html file. It's a very important file in the project. Our React application, as you know, it is a JavaScript application, and all of the content is generated and rendered by JavaScript. But still, we need a HTML page to render all of that content. You should be able to notice that there is a div element with id root. Basically, this acts like a container in your application, and our React application is contained in that div container. Then we have some logo files, and then manifest.json file. It has some meta information for your progressive web apps. And then we have another file, reports.txt file. It tells search engine crawlers which URLs to crawl and which URLs the crawler can access on your site. every search engine, it has some crawlers. Even Google has crawlers, and they crawl through your website, and you can let the crawlers know which URLs to crawl and which not to. Now let's talk about SRC folder. It's very important folder because all of our React.js application files will be contained inside that folder. The very first file is app.css. It's just a simple CSS file to add the styling to your web application. Then we have app.js. It's the container for React app. Again, that is another important file. Inside the app.js file, you will notice that in the upcoming videos we'll be creating some changes in this file, and whatever component or pages or routing we'll be adding in that app.js file. Then we have index.css. It's just a simple CSS file. Then we have index.js file. It's very important file because it embeds your React.js application to the HTML page that I've shown you in the public folder. Index.html page, there was a container div with the ID root, and inside the index.js file, it gets the document dot get element by id root, and embed our React application to that container. And then we have report web vitals. If you want to get the details of the performance layer from React.js application, then you can use this functionality. You can also type console.log to output the details related to the performance in your browser, and check it by inspecting the web page and going to the console screen. Then we have logo.svg file. It's just the logo file, and we might not be using this because we'll be creating our own file, so you can remove it. Then we have report web vitals.js. Again, it's for the web vitals, like for the performance of your website. And then we have setup test.js, and we can configure for the test, for example, the unit test. And we can set up test.js file, and we can configure unit testing or functionality testing configurations here in this file. I hope I have explained all of these files and the folders necessary for React.js application. In the upcoming videos, we'll be creating our own folder and files inside the SRC folder to create our React application. I hope you guys have got an understanding of React.js now, and at least now you can create your very first React application. There will be a lot to learn in the next upcoming videos, so stay tuned. And if you have any question, you can join my Discord community and ask question there, or you can also put your question in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer you as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till that, take care. Allah Hafiz.